Most people think owning chickens means freedom, but the moment you haul that first 50-pound bag of commercial feed through your door, you've already handed that freedom right back. You're now locked into a cycle, the monthly ritual of driving to the feed store, spending $20 to $35 a bag, month after month, year after year, while corporations quietly count your money and call it a business model. What if you never had to buy feed again? What if your kitchen scraps, your garden waste, even your chicken manure could be silently converted into pounds of high-protein feed every single week, completely free? That system exists. It's called the Black Soldier Fly Larvae Farm, and it is not a gimmick, not a trend, and not something only experts can build. It is a declaration of independence from an industry that profits from your dependency. And in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to build it, step by step, and never write another check to a feed company again. The foundation of this entire system is a structure called the biopod, the container where larvae will live, eat, and convert your waste into pure protein. Before you spend a single dollar on anything fancy, understand this. Commercial Black Soldier fly breeding units exist, and they cost anywhere from $200 to $500. You do not need them. A 20-gallon plastic storage tote with a secure lid, available at any hardware store for under $20, will do everything those expensive units do. The real genius isn't in the container itself. It's in the self-harvesting design you build into it. Black Soldier fly larvae, when they reach maturity, instinctively stop eating and crawl upward to find a dry place to pupate. This behavior is predictable, consistent, and completely exploitable. You drill a series of half-inch holes around the top edge of the tote, about 2 inches from the lid, spaced every 3 to 4 inches around the entire perimeter. Then you install a ramp on the inside, a piece of wood or rigid plastic set at a 35 to 45 degree angle, secured with waterproof adhesive, leading directly up to those holes. Outside the tote, you place a simple 5-gallon collection bucket. The mature larvae crawl up, pass through, and fall in. You never dig through rotting food. You never sort, you just collect. Once your biopod is built, your next job is to attract wild black soldier flies to start your colony. And you don't need to order eggs online or buy starter cultures from suppliers. Nature will do the work for you, as long as you send the right signal. Black soldier flies are drawn to the scent of fermentation and decomposition, and you can create that signal deliberately with a simple bait mixture. Overripe bananas, molasses, and a small amount of stale bread yeast, blended into a slurry and placed at the bottom of your biopod. This combination produces a powerful fermenting scent plume that travels up to half a mile and communicates one clear message to every female black soldier fly in range, that you have built the perfect nursery for her offspring. This is not a passive process where you hope something shows up. You are actively broadcasting an invitation, and the flies will respond. Within days, in any warm climate with an established local black soldier fly population, you'll begin to see activity around your biopod. The bait does not need to be expensive, rare, or precise. It needs to smell like decomposition. An overripe fruit with yeast does exactly that. After attracting the flies, you need to give the females a place to lay their eggs. And this is where most beginners make an unnecessary mistake by overcomplicating it. Black soldier flies do not lay their eggs directly in the food source. They lay them just above it, in dry, protected, narrow spaces. The single best and cheapest material for this is corrugated cardboard. Cut a piece about 6 inches square. Peel back one side to expose the fluted, wavy interior channels, and suspend it 2 to 3 inches directly above your bait station using wire or string attached to the lid. The female will crawl into those small cardboard channels and deposit a clutch of 500 to 900 eggs, safely tucked away from moisture and predators. In approximately 4 days, those eggs will hatch, and the tiny larvae will drop directly down into the food source below and immediately begin eating. This 3-part foundation, the biopod, the bait, and the egg-laying medium, is the infrastructure of your protein factory. You have built the house, sent the invitation, and prepared the nursery. Everything that follows is simply management. The larvae of the black soldier fly are among the most efficient biological converters on the planet. They can consume twice their own body weight in organic material every single day, and they are not selective about what they eat. Kitchen scraps, vegetable peelings, fruit cores, coffee grounds, stale bread, all of it works. Garden waste like weeds and grass clippings, animal manures from chickens, rabbits, or goats, all of it works. A properly managed biopod can process up to 10 pounds of organic waste per square foot of surface area per day. A standard 20-gallon tote has roughly 2 square feet of usable surface area, meaning your system can convert significant quantities of material that would otherwise go into a trash bag and cost you money to dispose of. This is the detail most people miss entirely. This system is not just a feed solution. It is a waste management operation that simultaneously eliminates odors, reduces pest fly populations, and converts a problem into a resource. Every vegetable peel you throw into the biopod is not garbage anymore. It is protein in progress. After 14 to 18 days of continuous feeding, the larvae reach maximum size and peak fat content and begin entering the pre-pupal stage. You'll notice the change clearly. Their color shifts from creamy white to dark brown or black. They stop eating, and they begin their instinctive upward migration. This is exactly the moment your self-harvesting ramp was designed for. Without any intervention from you, the mature larvae climb the ramp, pass through the drilled holes, and drop into your collection bucket below. Every morning, you walk out, check the bucket, and collect your harvest. A healthy, well-fed system running from a single 20-gallon tote will self-harvest 1/4 to 1/2 pound of mature larvae every single day. These are not random bugs. These are the peak nutritional product of your system. Fattest, most protein-dense, loaded with the exact nutrients your flock needs. This is what turns pale, thin-shelled eggs into the dark-yolked, dense, nutrient-rich eggs that people immediately notice and comment on. The harvest requires no sorting, no digging, no extra labor. The system does the work, you just collect. A thriving colony will often produce more larvae than your flock can eat in a single day, and that surplus is an asset, but only if you know how to store it. 2 methods work reliably. The first is drying. Spread the larvae in a single layer on a baking sheet and bake them at 150 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 to 3 hours until they are completely dry and crispy. Dried larvae contain over 40% protein by weight and can be stored in an airtight container for months. This is especially critical in cold climates where production naturally slows in winter. Your summer surplus becomes your winter feed reserve. The second method is freezing. Seal live larvae in freezer bags and freeze them immediately. This preserves their moisture content and fat, and most flocks actually prefer them this way, thawed and fed fresh from the freezer. The ability to process and store your harvest is what separates a novelty project from a serious, year-round feed system. A surplus you can store is a surplus that has real value. It is, in the most literal sense, money in the freezer.